Okay, so it's 5 o'clock. Welcome back for our final session here. Uh, okay, two more things to do. I won't keep you very long. The first thing is I would like to ask you to write two things about your nationality, the nationality that you've chosen, that you found either most interesting or funny. So, two things, select them, summarize them, and write them in the chat box about your nationality. Yes, here in the chat box. Just very briefly, two things that you found really interesting, funny, amazing, amusing, whatever, that you can select from the rest. Two things here, and one more thing, and we'll call it a day. Um, can I ask you to be a little bit more specific? What about Japanese culture that is very interesting and shocking? And what about the language? Maybe you mean that they use hieroglyphics, uh, unlike us, unlike Europeans, for example. And what about the culture? Because it's a bit too general. Everybody's culture is really specific and interesting. What exactly do you mean? For example, about the Japanese language, what I find very interesting is that a symbol can have a lot of meanings. For example, because I like Murakami and I keep reading his books. And now that I was under quarantine, I read a lot of books too. And he says that the way a letter is spelled, that is the way the character that is used for a letter can have a different meanings. For example, a character, a symbol can mean um, a river that goes under the bridge or something like that, which is really remarkable about the language and the symbols it uses. Every Swiss person is able to milk a cow. Swiss is known with its cows, and 1 out of 5 families is raising a cow. I didn't know that. I know about the Finnish people in Finland that almost everyone has a sauna in their house, even if it is a rural village with very basic facilities in a house, maybe not even a toilet inside the house, but still they have a sauna, which is amazing. Okay, Russia. I found very interesting that just a second, Russians are great hosts and love entertaining guests in their homes. They will often put more food on the table than can be eaten to indicate that there is an abundance of food, whether there is or not. Guests will leave food on their plates in order to honor their host. It means that they have eaten well. Very good. German, they're very strict about arriving exactly on time, yes, and they always make eye contact during a conversation. Very interesting. Thank you, Nicoletta. That's great. Um, Armenia, big nose. They love barbecues. An Armenian has a picture of Jesus and the Virgin Mary in his car, but went to church 3 years ago last time. Loves to give expert advice and tell people that they're doing things wrong. Sounds like a Dutch uncle. Squats when smoking cigarettes or eating sunflower seeds. Shoes are long and sharp as King Arthur's sword. Really? That sounds amazing. Okay, thank you. Alberto, putting your thumb through your index and middle finger to make your okay sign. I consider very rude gestures in Russia. Yes, that is true. Absolutely. Culture like they have a lot of festivals. That is an interesting point. Language is almost as old as the Chinese. Yes, now you're specific. Thank you very much. That's exactly what I was hoping that I would read. Okay. Um, Next. Um, They use 3,000 hieroglyphics out of the 5,000 from the Chinese. Vogue, Spanish, they are very family oriented. When it comes to enjoying a feast, going out to a party, or even if it just so happens that in the Oscars, family comes first. Sounds like the Italians as well. Um, yes, good to know. Sabri, about the Greek. Many, there are mythology. Their mythology is very complex, yet it's pretty interesting. And their houses are blue and white only on islands to make it more welcoming and calm. Yes, I remember on Mykonos everything is white and blue, and also they've got flat roofs, which is very interesting too, especially on the island of Mykonos. The Italians have vast knowledge of food, fashion and style, well-developed body language. Okay, I hope that Tudor will show us some body language signs next time because it would be interesting to see. Let's see if there's anybody else. While waiting, let me give you the other task, the final for today. I will ask you to try and find some idiomatic expressions related to your nationality. That is to have the name of the nationality. For example, for the Greek, it's all Greek to me. To have the word for the nationality in the idiomatic expression. Or as we had a Dutch uncle. What else did we have? Let's check. Let's go back to the presentation. Here. For example, an Indian giver, Irish hint, walk, Spanish, Mexican breakfast. An idiomatic expression that has a nationality in it to refer to a specific nationality. An Englishman's home, Dutch treat. Maybe not everybody can find as accurate as a Swiss watch. Very good, yes. And if you find such expressions, could you please add them to your classroom files, classwork files? Peter, are you still driving? Because I noticed you post messages and you said you were driving. I'm a bit anxious. I just want to make sure that you're safe. Okay. Good. Okay. It's good to know. Safety comes first. Yes, I understand what you mean. Among the strange daily habits of Icelanders that evoke curiosity and even disgust among foreign visitors to the country are sniffing loudly, awful dining habits, and not saying "excuse me." Which reminds me, when you're eating soup, for example, in Japan, you have to slurp to show that you're enjoying your food. If you don't slurp, then you're being rude to the host. Very interesting. The cook will be mad at you. So you have to sniff loudly and not say "excuse me." I doubt that I'll ever go to Iceland, but who knows? It's good to know. Has anyone found any idioms with the nationality? Well, the idea was to post them in the classroom. No, not in the classroom, in the classwork, in the individual classwork files. But maybe it would be better to post them here now so that the others will see them as well. And I guess you won't find too many. Can it be idiom that specific nationality use? If you can't find any others, yes, why not? Yes. To Russia. Let me think about Russians. Um, I will check my personal files if I've managed to find something about Russia. Uh, I'm not sure. Maybe there aren't any. Japanese people are often Shinto and Buddhist. Yes, Armenian expressions, Armenian idioms, Armenian phrases, Armenian sayings. Lice have short feet. It is the same in Bulgarian, actually. Наложата краката са къси. So lice have short feet, or short legs in our case. A lie cannot get too far, the truth will come out. When you pick up the stick, the robot dog knows. Yes, guilty people are always on guard, looking over their shoulder. Yes. Um, Sun won't stay behind the cloud. There's always hope. Mouse couldn't fit through the hole, and then it tied the broom to its tail. For the people who take on more responsibilities than they can handle. It's very interesting. I hadn't heard of that. English translation: if you don't enter the tiger's cave, you can't catch its cub. This has to be one of my favorites. It expresses the same sentiment as nothing ventured, nothing gained in English, but literally translates as a perilous adventure with tigers and cubs, which I think paints a great picture of both the risk and the reward. Maybe something like, if you're afraid of bears, you don't go into the woods. Probably not quite the same. The Japanese is more colorful. Then talking about idioms to do with the Russian nationality, maybe there aren't any, but there are very well colorful Russian idioms. Um, I remember when I was having classes with some guys from the Ukraine. Um, I gave a girl a pen to write something, and she didn't return it. And when I asked for my pen back because I needed it for the moment, she said, "Хорошая хозяйка все носит в дом," which is very interesting. That is, a good host takes everything home. And um, there are many like that, many colorful and interesting idioms. Okay, so you're the most patient and the most hardworking students for today. I will ask you to keep looking if anything, if you happen to find anything, any idioms that have a nationality in them, well, to do with your nationality, please add it to your coursework files. Don't forget about your homework for next time, which is the test. And the deadline is Monday, to the end of Monday, that is midnight on Monday, which is, let me check the date, I think the 12th, so the 12th of October. And if you've got anything else to say or to ask or to comment, you're very welcome to write it in the chat box. If not, I would like to thank you very much for your work today. You were really great. I hope that this, my first online teaching wasn't quite a disaster. I'm quite happy with our seminar. Thank you again, and I look forward to meeting you in person. Thank you, Roberto. So have a great evening and a great week and weekend, and see you hopefully on Tuesday. Thank you too. You don't need to send the test anywhere. When you finish doing it, you just click on the submit button and I get it. I receive it. That would be all. Yes, see you. Thank you.
Okay, bye. See you on Tuesday.
Yes, bye.